What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So people have been asking my opinion on this whole USTC Re-Pegg situation, the proposal, the Agora text, and a breakdown of it and exactly what it means. And to tell you the truth, um, it's very, very difficult to break down. Even though you can break it down and say what it's technically doing, the whiteboard 1 second, explanation would be a cent by cent repeg, a soft repeg. We understand how that does work a little bit, but do I understand everything that's going into it, the cost of it, the pros and cons of everything, not just the pros and cons of what they laid out, but pros and cons overall? No, I'm trying to take in everybody's perspective. So I'm trying to get different videos that are out there, Happy Caddy Crypto, hear it from Duncan himself, trying to get an explanation or a breakdown from Claybro, all these different people that I want to see break it down a little bit. Haven't really broken it down that much. They've talked about kind of the 1 second or 1 minute whiteboard explanation, whatever it is. They've talked about it that quickly. And to tell you the truth, I don't plan to do a full breakdown of it right now. I am going through it. I skimmed through it as well as read it, and then I want to reread it and reread it again because am I the most knowledgeable person in the crypto space? No. Do I know the most about blockchain or the most about underlying data in a cryptocurrency or a project? No, I don't. I know about the investment side of things, understanding potential and all of these other things, and maybe a little bit about blockchain, but do I know everything? No, there's always something new that's developing, so most likely not. But I do want to make sure that you guys go through it, reread it, understand what it's all about, take in different perspectives on what they feel, the pros, the cons, all of those things, and form your own opinion. Because we don't want to get into another situation where people vote on things and they don't know what they're voting on, but they vote on it because somebody else told them to vote yes on it, or somebody else said this is what it's doing, when in fact it's not doing that, and you missed a minting situation where you're like, oh, I didn't know this minted. I voted yes on it. Like you have to understand a lot of things and you have to read things yourself. I know it tends to be a lot and you may not understand it. It's literally like you explaining video games to a person that doesn't play, right? They don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I think you have to try and form an opinion for yourself and try and latch on to the things that you do understand there, and then research the things that you don't understand. And there's a lot in there. There is a lot. I still have to go through it multiple times in order to fully understand. And even hearing it from somebody, from the person that, put this forth, it's still difficult to understand everything about it because they can still be pitching the picture that they want to pitch to you, right? And I'm not saying that there's any malicious intent behind it. It doesn't seem like there's any malicious intent behind it. I just want everybody to understand and form their own opinion. And I know that's a big blurb right there where it's like 3 minutes of just telling you, read it yourself type of thing. But I am going to take you through maybe a little bit of my opinion to understand, what I'm getting from it so far. But anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about all the links that are in the description, for Patreon, for Twitter, for Instagram, for if you guys want a referral link for KuCoin or Crypto.com or even Weeble. Feel free to check out those links down below. You get free stuff as you do sign up for some of these platforms. So definitely check it out and take that free money. Anyways, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic really quick. We're currently seeing a little bit of an increase. It's up about 1 or 2% at this point. Still hovering around that 17 mark. We saw it at a high today in the past 24 hours of 1755, a low of 1625. We can see here that the volume is up by 28%, up to 117 million. Market cap is still at that $1 billion mark. So we've seen a little bit of an increase, especially off of what's happening or the expectation of the FOMC meeting. And how crypto is really taking a little bit of a hit beforehand and may take a hit afterwards, depending on what happens with the whole rate hike situation. Can't speak. Rate hike situation. So if you want to see that, I have a different video that I probably posted before this. It really breaks that down. But let's get an understanding of what this is. So if we go to station, you're going to see the Re-Pegg USTC signal proposal where you have 1 day ago, it already has about 7% of the overall staked voted on it, which is good. I mean, people, take your time. Don't just vote on something and think, oh, this is great because everybody's talking about it. No, like, do your own research on it. It's just like investing into your own project. You have say here as well by being able to vote on it. You have say as well as the other validators have say, and validators are going to have to really thoroughly read into this to understand where they're coming from and maybe form their own opinion. It doesn't mean that you have to sway somebody's opinion, but form their own opinion on where that goes, where that leads. So currently you're looking at 97% yes, but if we go into here, you're going to see that there's a lot of stuff that you have to read and reread through, breaking a lot of stuff down, which they do a great job on, obviously the motivation, understanding or definitions behind, certain terms that you may need. But then also understanding the creation of the soft peg, what are the pros and cons, that you can go through here, pros and cons, the different testing and implementing, which you can't test for how the market reacts to things. So that's always an interesting situation, but you have a lot of information there. So even somebody at the top was just like, look, can someone explain this in simple terms? Because it's a lot. And it is a lot. You have to break it down in whatever sections you want to break it down to. It's just like reading a Harry Potter book, right? You're reading chapter by chapter, taking it all in, understanding what happened within that chapter, and then moving on to the next chapter. If you don't understand it, you really don't move on. You reread the chapter to understand what's going on there. Same thing here. You're rereading it, except it's to a lot of things where people don't understand. It's like you reading a Harry Potter book, but they all have you have 17 words in there, or a lot of words in there that are scramble words. So you have to figure out the words before you can read the rest of the sentence. Does that make sense? So what I get from this is that, from the different perspectives that I got, and also reading it myself, that it is a cent by cent Re-Pegg, to where you would have a level of a certain cent. You would have it at 2 cents. You would Re-Pegg it at you would peg at 2 cents. Then you would find a way to increase to that 3 cent mark, peg at 3 cents, and it would be a cent by cent Re-Pegg, to where you are officially burning or increasing burns within Terra Luna Classic and USTC, and also seeing the constant Re-Pegging situation, the constant increasing of that peg. Now, there's some issues with this, right? People believe that this is going to cost a lot for this to be done. It's also going to be kind of a make or break situation for the chain, right? If we're putting all of our eggs into this basket, is this going to be a make or break? I feel like you can revert back if you wanted to. It's just reverting back is where we were, right? And if people don't see this work right from the start, they may end up reverting back too soon. So there's definitely pros to where this could work out, but there's a slimmer chance that this could fully work out in the time frame that we want it to. But there's more on like the con side of, in my opinion, the con side of if this doesn't, or even to the extent of not if this does work out, to make it not work out, if that makes sense. So if you look at where we were in the past with the 1.2% that was implemented, after 3 weeks, we gave up on it because somebody else said, you know what, we can't build on this chain with 1.2%, even though none of that volume really transpired and we haven't seen an increase based on that decrease. So we gave up on the 1.2%. Because of somebody that said, look, if we give up on this and go down to a 0.2%, we can now see more volume. Well, we didn't see more volume. So we tend to give up on things for the community. We put something in writing and then we give up on it by voting yes on reverting back to where we were. Sorry, I just hit the mic. On reverting back to where we were. And I feel like that could be the same thing here, to where we start this whole process and then people are like, this isn't working after a month, and then they give up on it, right? I feel like it could be something that works in tandem with a lot of the burn mechanisms that we have in place. The issue is that people would need to give it a chance, and we need to rely on them giving it a chance. So if they don't give it a chance, we don't see this absolutely work. So again, that could be a problem. Costing a lot could be a problem as well. and also worrying about, maintaining whatever soft pegs that we are at while people are seeing different prices and they're selling at those prices. People own this and it's all player by player situation. So if people are selling their Terra Luna Classic, their USTC, during which you have a lot of people that own a large amount of USTC, as we see that happen, it may not be a good situation because people are going to sell at certain prices that they believe, oh, I've gained enough here. That's it. It's only going up to $1 anyway, so I might as well take it at half that point, 50 cents. What happens when it gets to 50 cents? And you see a lot of people that are like, look, I'm out of here. I wanted USTC to increase from 2 cents up to 10 cents, and I got 40 extra cents out of it. So I'm out of here and I'm taking my money home with me and I'm putting it in a different place. What happens then? Right? So there's definitely a situation where it's not only about getting to the peg state, it's about maintaining that. Maintaining it is the most difficult part. That was the problem that we had from the beginning, was maintaining the Re-Pegg or maintaining the peg. And we didn't have any type of security blanket, which we're not creating now. As we see things that could Re-Pegg, we're not creating that security blanket now. So am I saying that I have a bunch of problems with this? No, I'm saying that there could be problems, but those could be problems could be fixed by could be solutions, right? So we can create, I don't even know why I said that. There could be a lot of solutions that we can create to really impact some of these cons. Or if we have something in place, we could do that. From what I understand, testing has gone positively, but also you can't test on exactly what the market's going to do and what people are going to do in that market. So it's definitely still a difficult situation. It's supposedly supposed to move it cent by cent to get it to that official Re-Pegg state to $1 eventually. Don't know how much time, and also create a lot more burns. But again, you have to reread it. You have to read through this because it is a lot. And some of the times they tend to confuse you on these things for a reason. But I'm not saying that this has any type of malicious intent behind it. I think they are looking at this and taking in all situations that could happen, or trying to take in all situations that could happen here. And I'm hopeful that something like this could work, because the thing I don't want to see is more of a reverse split situation. I'd rather see them kind of work on every single way that we can get this to a Re-Pegg state without slicing our balances in half, or the amount of coins that we have in half, or by 1,000, dividing it by 1,000. I don't want to see that. But anyways, this is a long enough video. I know it doesn't fully explain the background or underlying detail to everything, but I can't do that in a 8-minute video, 10-minute video. And nor can I do that 100% of the way. I can probably explain 40% of what we're seeing there, not 100%. And I'm just being 100% honest. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about some of the other links that are down there for referrals. But I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next one.